can feel all of you. From a spiritual space. So the question I got, and the reason why I'm going to shoot this, is what did you mean separation is the union? Well, I started looking, because when you start following things, you'll follow them for some unknown reason, but this time I was following everything that was keeping connection from happening, from being, right? And I found that inside of what you look for things that make sense with your thinking. You're not looking for things that make sense with your feelings. This is where things get scrambled. How many have experienced having a mom and dad who didn't stay together? So, okay, what does that have to do with union is the separation, or separation is the union? Well, it has everything to do with it. Go back to how you felt if your parents split apart. Who paid attention to how you felt? Who sat down with you, sat with your feelings, sat with your thoughts, paid attention to what you were experiencing? A majority of you will say no one. So when you have a split like this in the connection, no one coming to figure out how you're feeling or what you're thinking or what you're going through, yeah, you're just going to say the same thing. You're going to be suffering because you don't know how to have connection in a space where there was none. Not even now. Well, at least until you probably stumbled and started watching this. I can feel you. Sherry and I, both of our parents went separate ways. We didn't realize how that was impacting the connection until we did. Then we started paying attention and nobody was talking about it. So we've stayed in the feeling, but we have found so much more in that feeling. There's more things that split us apart. So even if you are in this connection and you're trying to stay together and you're struggling to stay through it, we got you. We get it. That feeling in the inside. We so get it. But you need your vulnerability for this connection. There's no getting away from it. There's nothing you can do to avoid it. There's nothing you can do to stop thinking about it. The thinking is the problem. The thinking is what was there when your parents split. Thinking that nobody loved you, nobody cared about how you felt. How many relationships have you gone into feeling this? And still, you talk about what happened, but you don't talk about how it made you feel, and you don't let the feelings come up, and you don't allow connection. Why would you let yourself have a union where your feelings were involved? You need to have a feeling where your feelings aren't being connected to. That's why it becomes union for you, because two people you're connected to already put you through that. I mean, the more you know, right? I guess the question then becomes, well, how do you heal such a thing? Well, first of all, there's so much more you would have to feel before you could understand where you're supposed to go. But we're here. And been able to do this on an individual level. I know I can do it on a global level. But my vulnerability is just one vulnerability. It takes all of our vulnerability to heal. So until I guess we figure that out, I don't know what to do. But I know I don't want to stop connecting. It took me so long to figure out what it was and how it goes. And now I stay in the flow of it. I'm not a genius. I'm not here to be number one. I'm not here to be somebody you should follow. I'm not even here to be anything more than a bridge. A bridge that doesn't need the beliefs of others to get you to where you're supposed to be. Because their beliefs aren't yours. Your individual beliefs have a value far greater in this connection than you realize. It has purpose. Your ancestors are sitting around you trying to get you to see this. Those you're connected to will never let you see this because they're not connected to themselves to begin with. That's how you got here. This channel is for those suffering in this connection. If you're not suffering, don't come on this channel and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. That doesn't even lead me to believe that you even know what you're talking about, or even care about the people that are suffering. It comes in so many forms because of so many things we inherit. If you can't connect to yourself inside to know that, why would you let anybody connect to you? You're staying stuck in that as a separation of union, because that's your union that you've been in with yourself this whole time, and you call it being alone or lonely. What happens to the truth? Here's 3 things that I always say. Can you heal without the truth? Can you heal without connection? And can you heal what you don't let yourself feel? If you answered no to all of that, then you know that your vulnerability has always been the key. It's always been the key to how you change all of it. But most people aren't even aware of what vulnerability is because they believe they're in a higher self, which comes from religious shit. Let the religious shit go. It's not a part of what this is. Let the cult talk go. Let all of it go. Connection doesn't know what the fuck any of that shit is. And until you realize that, you're going to keep chasing your tail, judging and experiencing yourself and other people. And what you say to other people in that judgment, believe me, we can feel that you're saying something much deeper inside of yourself. And that's the key. The key is how all of that makes you feel. And do you believe any of that can get you connected to? What's going to happen if you don't figure this out? What's going to happen if you pass this down to your kids who are going to find the same kind of connection and go through the same kind of suffering? When are you going to give yourself a chance to heal? You don't heal the other person, or say the other person doesn't have to do anything. When did anybody ever ask you to let them connect to your feelings? Well, that's what I'm here to do. And if you're going to people who aren't doing that, how far do you think you are away from what this connection has brought you here for? I don't know why. I feel like I should just go away. I should just take all this content down and just let it be as it is. But there's a fight in me. I believe people deserve connection. When the family connection is disruptful, or if it's corrupt, or if it's bleeding, and this connection found you. It found you because you're the key to all of it. You just don't know how to heal yourself to realize that. You can change connection, but you're going to have to believe in what connection is first. So you guess you're going to have to ask yourself, what do you tell yourself connection is? I hope this reaches the person this was meant for. You deserve it. And we're rooting for you. We really are. And we've got enough free content here. You don't have to ask me why I charge. Everything I do, everything I say, everything Sherry's done, everything she said, it's all here for free. Nobody's charging you for it, other than the damn YouTube videos. That's what it is. But if you don't know how to get there on your own, I'm going to be doing some classes. I think the next class is going to be next Wednesday. Time yet to be determined. And I guess it's just going to be called Connection Class. Because if you're not looking at connection, especially inside of yourself, what are you expecting them to look and see when they look at you? I guess I've held you guys for long enough. We love you. Have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy this fall, amazing weather and rain. After what a drought, but now what a storm. Forgive yourself. If there's anything I can say, it's that. Forgive what you don't let yourself have in connection. Forgive it. You guys take care. See you on the flip.